Today, we're going to talk about how to increase your vibrational energy using thoughts and intentions. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Claudia Samayoa. Today, I wanted to talk to you guys about how to increase your vibrational frequency, your emotional state of being, by using thoughts and intentions. In the last video, we talked about how to cleanse your energy in the now in case you're feeling jinxed or like somebody gave you an evil eye. We talked about saging and other things that you can do that can quickly cleanse your energy and cleanse the energy of the room. However, what we're going to talk about today is far more powerful, far more impactful. It can absolutely transform your life. And more than anything, it will align you to miracles. Why? Because miracles happen when we are at the highest vibration, when we are in the highest frequency possible. That's when things align with us effortlessly. That's when we find the answers to everything we've been waiting for. That's when we become more aware. When we are resisting any situation that happens, when we put ourselves in a low vibrational state, for instance, by putting ourselves in a victim mindset and saying, why is this happening to me? And resisting and feeling hopeless or fearful of a situation. You put yourself in a low vibration, you cannot even see the solution. Has that ever happened to you, that you're in a situation where you're so stressed out, you cannot even find what's in front of you? You're so focused on all these negative things that can happen that you cannot even find your phone that's right next to you. That is quite literally what happens with the universe. When you're in a low state of vibration, you are not really receptive to the universe. You cannot see the solutions. When you're in a high state of frequency, you can absolutely see way more possibilities, way more opportunities, and your life can quite literally grow and expand. When we live in the highest vibrational frequency, when we are in high vibrational state of mind and our emotions are always just up there, we are literally magnets to miracles. Things come to us effortlessly. People come to us effortlessly. All the things that we want start to align. We find the right mentor. We find the right opportunity. We find that luck is on our side. We find that the universe has your back. And that is a reference to an amazing book that I highly recommend by Gabby Bernstein. It's called The Universe Has Your Back. And if you read it, which you should, you will realize that that is how life is supposed to be. When we are aligned, when we're in the highest frequency, we draw everything that we seek, everything that we want. So let's talk about low vibration emotions. Low vibration emotions are things like feeling helpless, feeling hopeless, putting yourself in a victim state of mind where you think that everything happens to you, nothing ever works out for you. You start to blame all the circumstances or all the people around you. You don't take responsibility. You're feeling ashamed about yourself, or maybe feeling guilty that you're in a situation. Maybe you're feeling fearful that you can't get out of that situation. You're feeling stuck. You're feeling stagnant. Or maybe you're feeling envy towards somebody that has what you want, or jealous of somebody having the partner that you want, or feeling anger that somebody left you and left you with some sort of pain, or left you responsibility that now you have to deal with. And so you're feeling resistant, and you're feeling hopeless, and you're feeling like fearful. These are all low vibrational emotions. If you notice, all the low vibration emotions don't make you feel good, right? They all make you feel bad. They all make you doubt yourself. They make you feel ashamed. They make you feel regret. They're heavy in thought. They're heavy in feeling. They don't feel good. Intentions and low vibration emotion are the same. You can give somebody a nice face and say nice things to their face or whatever, but then behind their back, you have these horrible intentions, and you secretly wish bad on them, or you secretly want to compete with them and prove that you're better, or you're secretly trying to steal their boyfriend or girlfriend. All these are low vibration emotions, whether you think them, whether you say them, whether you feel them, or have an intention in that reality. Every thought that we think has a vibration. That's exactly why I tell people not to do reversal candles. Because if somebody really is upset with you enough to send you negative energy, it's because you triggered something in them, or you have something that they want, which again triggered something in them, to want to project the pain that they're feeling inside them to try to send that out to you. So if you send that back to them, essentially you're matching their energy now. They're being hateful, you're being vengeful, it's all the same vibration. And now you're an energetic match. And eventually if they keep doing it, it's going to be more effective because you're growing it with these lower energy thoughts. So I always tell people, if you really think that somebody sent you something, send them love, send them compassion, send them understanding. Do not lower your energy to match theirs. Raise your energy so that they're farther away from you and they can no longer affect you. But essentially, the positive or the higher vibration emotions are the exact opposite of what we talked about. It's gratitude. It's feeling happy, even if you have a job that you don't love, but you're happy enough that you have a job. Being grateful, being joyful, being like laughing at anything, finding the good in a person, finding the good in a situation. Even if you are having a difficult scenario happen to you, which is going to happen to everybody, feeling that acceptance of, okay, this is the situation that I got myself in, feeling that sense of like ownership, like I got myself in this situation, and being okay with it. Not like saying you're going to embrace negativity, but just being okay, this is happening. What's the lesson that I can learn from this? What's the best outcome that can happen? Because when you're in a state of acceptance rather than resistance, you are more open to solutions. And the universe is never going to throw something at you that it doesn't think you can handle. So if it puts you in a bad situation, it's because it wants you to become aware of something. The situation, the people around you, it wants you to make a change. And so it's pointing this out to you for a reason. When we put ourselves in a state of feeling like a victim and starting to think that people are doing things to us, or that this is happening because this person damaged my life, or this person did this to me, that person did that, this isn't going right because of this, when you start to blame everybody else, you put yourself in that sense of like, you put yourself in that place of like feeling helpless and feeling hopeless. And again, that is not a state where you can find solutions. So it's a lot better to just kind of own up to the fact that whatever reality you're in, and start to focus on what solutions you can come up with. Sometimes I wonder why people find it so easy to complain about so many things, when in reality, we can be grateful for so many other things that are happening to us. We are in a really great place. If you're watching this, you have a phone, you have internet service, that's amazing. Sometimes even just waking up and thinking that I can go to Starbucks and get a really nice cup of coffee that is like overpriced, but I enjoy very much. That is something to be very grateful for. There are so many people in this earth that do not even have access to clean water. There are people on this earth today that shower, drink, and go to the bathroom with the same water. Can you imagine that? That is crazy, right? That's why polio exists and all these awful diseases that exist out there. We are so lucky we have filtered water bottle, we have Starbucks. I mean, we have so many amazing things to be grateful for. When we start to appreciate all the things that we love and all the things that we have in the now, even if you have a job that you're not happy with, when you start to think about the fact that this job pays your bills, when you start to think about the fact that this job pays your food, pays your responsibilities, pays for things that you have that so many other people in the world would kill for. Some people don't even have freedom. We are still living among slavery. It's called human trafficking, and it's the #1 organized crime in the world, in case you're not aware. You have to kind of start to look for the better side of every situation in order to align yourself with a higher vibrational state of mind. I told you this was not going to be easy. It's very easy to sit and dwell on your problems and blame everybody else and not take any ownership and just hope that they go away. But when you really want to be proactive about increasing your energy, you have to start with small things. Like if something small goes wrong, take that opportunity right there when you start to feel like complaining about something. Like, oh my gosh, I got a flat tire. Instead of thinking, oh, now I have to buy myself a new tire, think about how lucky you are that you have a car and be grateful that you have a car that you can go into a store and go buy a tire for. That's amazing, right? Not everybody can afford a car, so you should absolutely be grateful for the things that you have. And once you start to change those negative thoughts into positive thoughts, little by little, it becomes addicting. You kind of like start with one situation and then you keep going with the next one and then the next one. And it's okay if you catch yourself going down that spiral downward again, because that is a healing process. Healing happens in all kinds of cycles. You move forward 2 steps, you move backward a step, you move forward another step, you move backwards 2 steps, and you keep going. You just keep going. The trick is, don't judge yourself. We are not perfect. We are all human. We all feel all these emotions at some point or another. Don't feel like you have to be perfect, because that goes against all of this. You have to be honest, you have to be introspective, and you have to become very self-aware of the things that you feel, and also become self-aware of the things that trigger you, because the things that trigger you show you what you still need to heal, the traumas that you still need to work through, the emotions that you still need to filter out so that you can, change that negative emotion to a positive emotion so you can keep increasing your vibration. In the future, as you start to feel these lower vibration emotions, you should jot them down. Okay, I'm feeling angry at this person because they just did this to me. And now I feel like this is unfair and this is always happening to me and blah, blah, blah. And be as detailed as you can be so that you can realize what your pattern is, what your trigger is, why that's happening. And then dive into that and think back to your childhood, because that's where it started for sure. And think back to what trauma whoever gave you that aligns with this, and figure out how to shift that, how to rearrange that thought into a more positive thought. Or think like, how can I, instead of seeing myself as a victim, seeing that the universe is pointing this out to me, because it's like, hey, you have not dealt with this yet. You still have this pain. You've had it for a long time. It's going to keep happening until you get past it. Do you ever notice that? You like leave a toxic situation with someone and all of a sudden you find yourself in another toxic situation with another person. That is the universe screaming, you have not worked through this. And that's what it is. It's not there to hurt you. It's not there to make you mad or to make you feel like a victim. It's there to help you grow past that, to become stronger so that you can become aware and you can become proactive, hopefully, to change that so that it no longer affects your life. That's all it is, right? We're all just here to heal. We're all here to learn so many lessons. We're all here to learn from each other. We're all here for our own journeys. We all have different journeys. We all have different paths. We all have different speeds at which we go in. And it's all okay. There is no like deadline by the time you should be healed. Like you shouldn't have to be healed by a certain age. You heal at your own time, at your own pace. And the universe shows you what you need to heal. You don't have to go looking for what pain you need to heal next. The universe will put you in a situation to where you're like, oh, that hurts. Why is this hurting? And if you start to become curious and you start to become introspective and very, very self-aware, you can come to the root of that pain and you can figure out why you have it. And hopefully you can work past it. And if anything, I hope that this video can at least point you to becoming more self-aware. Even if you find it very difficult to work through some of these energies, because I found specifically anger to be one of the hardest ones to work through myself. I had a lot of violence growing up, and so that was very normal to me. Passive aggression, anger, violence, verbal abuse, all of it. It was all very, very, very common to me. So that I found a really hard time working through that. But when you draw enough conflict in your life, you realize that it's you're the common denominator, and you realize, oh wait, I'm just like recreating my childhood. Like, let me not do that. I want to live a happy life, and I want to have peace and tranquility. And so you become proactive in finding that, and you start to raise your vibration. It gets easier. You work through one thing, and then it gets easier because you start to feel happier. You start to increase your energy. And if you increase your energy in one area, another area will start to improve. It's the universe wants you to be aligned. The universe wants all of us to be aligned. It wants all of us to live in the highest vibrational frequency. So it's going to help us. It has your back. The universe has your back. And so if you start to put that intention out there, that you want to work through your feelings and you want to work through your traumas and your pain, the universe picks up whatever intention you have, whatever you're feeling. It's not what you're saying, it's what you're feeling, what you're thinking. That's what is aligning you to everything around you. And so once your vibration gets higher and you start to have like a better intention towards other people, right, it starts to align you with other people that are going to have higher frequencies. So like, for example, if you're living in a home where you're like, well, Claudia, this is hard for me because I live with my parents and they're just depressed and one of them is an alcoholic and whatever it is, I feel for you. And I know that's tough. But transformation doesn't have to happen overnight, and it doesn't happen from 0 to 100. So what you can do if you're in a situation like that is seek out somebody that is more aligned with the energy that you want to be aligned with, and start to spend more time around them. So even if you have like a teacher or a mentor or a friend or another relative that is more aligned with the energy that you want to be aligned with, you can find yourself spending more time with them. The universe will start to align you with more and more people. It'll start to find you better situations. Trust me, it'll happen. You just have to start the journey. You cannot expect to transform your entire life overnight. And you cannot expect that if you take one step forward, the universe is going to grab every obstacle and throw it away. It's not going to happen that quickly. It's going to take time. But if you're conscious about what you want to do and you're proactive and you start to really dig deep inside you and find your own answers, and you can start to find other people that are aligned with what you want and put yourself in situations and in environments of people that are aligned with what you want, it will get easier and you will start to have more doors open for you. The universe, you put one step forward, the universe is going to put a few more. You're going to find yourself suddenly in a situation where like, oh wow, look, I have this other person that I can live with now, or whatever it is. All of a sudden, all these doors are going to start opening, and that's because you are being proactive about the quality of your thoughts, the quality of your intentions. There's a phrase that's very popular, I'm sure you've heard it. It says, the quality of your life is a direct reflection of the quality of your thought. And that is very true. Whatever you're living right now, you are living all of that because you are a vibrational match to that situation. So in order to get yourself out of that, you have to change your frequency. It's kind of like if you don't want to listen to a certain station, you have to switch it to another station. You're only going to listen to whatever station you are tuned into. It's the same thing with life. We are only going to ever get whatever we put out. So put out great intentions, put out great thoughts to other people. Be happy for people when they're thriving. Be happy for people when they're happy, even if you're not happy. That is going to get you closer to being happy. If you really want a beautiful relationship, be happy for people that you see in beautiful relationships. Feeling the opposite is going to get you further. Feeling hate, feeling envy, feeling jealousy, it's going to get you further from what you want because you're going into a lower frequency. If you want something that you see in others, you have to be happy for them, and you have to really mean that. You have to really feel that, because that's what's going to align miracles and people who can align you with more miracles. You need to really just work on working through your lower energy vibrations and trying to increase them and improve them so that you can literally improve the quality of your life in every aspect. And so I hope that you found this video helpful. This was a topic that I found extremely helpful in my life. It has aligned me with a lot of amazing things. And I know that it can absolutely align you with a lot of amazing things. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for the next one. Bye.